Hi Taurians, welcome to your love reading for October 2019 and welcome back to my channel Luna Sync Tarot. If you have a minute, hit the subscribe button and click the bell for notifications. I do love readings for each sign for each month. I've already shuffled your cards and I've laid them out here for you to see, so let's sync up. In the position of you, we have a major arcana card. We have the Star. In the position of the other, the person you're thinking about, your love connection, your partner, is the King of Swords. In the position of the combined energy, we have the Four of Wands. And in the position of the outcome, or what needs to be understood and integrated, is the Hermit, or the Crone, and the Two of Wands. So, right off the bat, what we have here is this very healing energy. The Star is a card of hope and faith and healing after a great hardship. And you might notice that the King of Swords, the partner, your love connection, is looking right at the woman in the Star. He's looking right at the Star. So your partner, your connection, is looking right at you and really is seeing you as some sort of healing force in his or her life, or in the connection in and of itself. They are really seeing you as a source of hope and faith and healing, which is beautiful. Now I want to call your attention to the commonalities of these two cards. Notice that the colors are very similar. These like deep blues, blacks, purples, very watery, very air, qualities of air, qualities of twilight. There seems to be some sort of contemplative, receptive, deep, cool, healing energy taking place between the two of you in October, between you and your love connection. She's in the water, and his throne, the throne that he's sitting in, sorry about that, bumping the camera, the throne that he's sitting in is in the air. It's suspended in the air. So while she's in the water, or in her emotions, or you are in your emotions, he or they are in their thoughts. So there's this interesting interplay between emotion and logic, reason, thought forms, ideas, between you and your connection in October. The King of Swords, this is your connection, your partner. The King of Swords is very quick-minded, very clear, a lot of clarity. This person has a lot of clarity. They have a lot of intellectual power. They operate from a place of reason and logic. They really are very articulate. They're wonderful with communication. Excuse me. And because they're the king, they have a lot of power and authority. This person, the king, I mean, it could be a woman, it could be a man. They operate from this like place of logic. They're very cool, they're very rational, they're very decisive, and truth is really important to them. And again, I just want to point out that they are looking directly at you, so they are really seeing you as the Star and as a healing force for them, as a source of hope and faith. People will often, or still do, and often in our archaic past, used the night sky, the stars in the night sky, to find their way home. So I feel like your partner is really using your light, your inner light, your healing light, the light surrounding you, as a guide in the month of October. They're really guided by your light. And that's really beautiful. So let's move on to the combined energy. In this position of the combined energy is the Four of Wands. This is a card of ceremony. It's a card of great stability. It's the four. Four is always about stability. It's often seen as the home card, or the celebration card, or the ceremony card. It's sometimes seen as the marriage card. There's some sort of ceremony taking place, and there's a great sense of optimism. It's the Four of Wands is about like a passage or an initiation or some sort of gate that's open to be walked through. It's a new direction. And the symbology or the symbolism in this card, we have the two rabbits in the foreground in this very lush gardenscape or lawnscape, or, lush meadow. And that really speaks to me of fecundity or fertility. There being a lot of fertility. We have a dragonfly in the sky, which is about magic. There's some sort of initiation that's taking place here, some sort of coming together, some sort of passage or some sort of ceremony that brings a family together, and it's inside of this great stability. So I see marriage, I see home, I see family, I see stability. And this is in the position of your combined energy, which is gorgeous, beautiful. And then in the outcome and what needs to be understood and integrated, two cards fell out. We have the Hermit or the Crone, and we have the Two of Wands. So I want to speak to the fact that there's this star, this beautiful, what is that, like a nine-pointed light, a nine-pointed star, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 8-pointed star here, and it's a guiding light. It's guiding your partner in some way. And then we have this light that's held by the Hermit or the Crone that is also guiding the Hermit or the Crone, or guiding others with its light. So we have these lights that are sort of serving as guides. The light that the Hermit is holding, or the Crone is holding, though, is sort of the light of the unconscious. It's a lamp that is sort of illuminating. It's like inner awareness, right? The Hermit and the Crone, they really represent wisdom and maturity. They serve as guides and teachers for others. And this card in and of itself is about a turning within. It's about a time of solitude so that you can turn within and tap into that inner light, that inner wisdom, that inner knowing, and use it to navigate, use it to guide you on your path. The Crone is always at a crossroads. So whenever you get the Crone in a reading or the Hermit in the reading, it really suggests being at a time of a crossroads. It's a time of decision. So there may be some sort of decision that needs to be made in the outcome of this connection in October, or some decision that's made in October. And you know what, I say that too because look at the Two of Wands. Here is this person that is, you only see this person's back, and they're looking out along this path, and it splits, right? It's a crossroads, and it looks like they need to make a decision as well. So it could be that there is a pivotal decision that's made in October inside of your love connection, that quite potentially could have or be motivated by, at least because this is in the combined energy, this energy of coming together, uniting, ceremony, family stability, initiation, marriage. Yeah, it's pretty intense. I should say, too, that the Two of Wands is ruled by the moon. So we have all of this sort of like celestial energy up here. The twilight sky, the stars. Two is ruled by the moon, or the high priestess. Two is also about balance. It's about harnessing one's personal power. And the Hermit and the Crone really speaks to that as well, like turning within, tapping within to get that inner wisdom, that inner awareness, tapping into your spirituality in order to make a decision of some sort. All right, wow, that's intense. Let's pull some clarifying cards. I want to know how your partner is perceiving your connection in October. How do they feel about you? What do they think about you and your connection? We have the Four of Wands. We had a bunch turn over here, so I'm just going to turn them back. Let's pull another one, shuffle another one. The Four of Wands. Ooh. So again, Four of Wands. They're really thinking about you as like sort of the one, right? And they think you're very adventurous. They like the adventurous, fun, playful spirit of your connection. Look how they're both on a swing, and you know, they're kind of in an adventurous sexual position on an adventurous tool, or like swing. I mean, it's kind of adventurous to do that kind of thing on a swing out in the wilderness. So they're playing together, they're having fun, and he's obviously enjoying himself. And again, it's the Four of Wands. We have the Four of Wands here and the Four of Wands here. And so your partner in October is really thinking about you quite seriously, and is considering your connection one that feels like very stable and very home-like and very family-like. Here we go. And then we have the Six of Swords. Ooh. Sorry, I'm taking a look at this. So they're next to a river, and he is, they're both naked. They're out in the wilderness, and he is on top of her in a sort of like a very like, I'm going to take you kind of position. The Six of Swords is about gaining perspective. So after a hardship, after going through some difficult times, it's about having that 60,000 foot view, and you're able to see you're able to see the hardship from a different perspective, and it helps you to heal and move on. So it could be that your partner has gone through something difficult, and they're at the point in that process where they can take a wide angle view of what they experienced, and they're integrating it, and they have some distance, some emotional distance from it, and they have some clarity as a result of that new perspective. Yeah, that's really cool. Maybe they feel like you are bringing them clarity about their past and about their past experiences. They have this new clarity because of their connection with you in some way. So let's look at you. How do you feel about your connection in October? What do you think about them? What's your chemistry like with them? You know, the King of Swords is often a person who is involved in the military or the government in some way. They're very rational. They're very logical. They're often in uniform, if that rings a bell with anyone. We have the Ten of Cups. Oh my gosh, this is how you feel about them. This is how you feel about your connection with them. The Ten of Cups is ultimate emotional fulfillment. You really see them as bringing you this long-lasting happiness, this long-lasting joy and emotional fulfillment. And it's sort of the be-all, end-all, right? Ten of Cups. Let's see what's going on, though, in this imagery. I don't know that I've ever seen the imagery in this particular card. Look at her. Oh, wow. She's like a queen. She is like a queen. She's in a garden setting. She has jewels all over her. And she's holding out this piece, a fig. She's holding out a fig to a man who looks like he's walking away or about to retrieve something. She really feels like she's, you know, she's just, you know, surrounded by abundance. All right, so let's see. Should we pull some clarifying cards around this decision potentially? I'd like to know what this decision is all about in the outcome, what needs to be understood and integrated. What is this crossroads all about? This light that is guiding. It seems like you're a light that is guiding your partner. And then there's this inner light, this inner wisdom that will guide this decision, that will guide you through the crossroads. So what is that about? Let's learn a little bit more. Ooh, ripeness. So ripeness, what is this? This is a 9 of Pentacles, typically. Ripeness is about timing. It's about divine timing. It's about natural, divine timing. It's about perfect timing. So the apple is only going to fall from the tree when it is perfectly ripe, when it is at that quintessential moment of ultimate ripeness. And it won't fall before, and it's not going to fall after. It's going to fall at the perfect moment when it's ready to be released, when it's perfectly ripe. So there's something about divine timing and patience and ripeness about this crossroads, or about this decision that will be made in the outcome, or what needs to be understood and integrated, is that there is a perfect timing. So pay attention, dig deep, get quiet, and pay attention to what, to those voices that allow inside, those internal voices, your inner voice of wisdom, that will guide you along this path according to perfect divine timing. It'll all happen when you're ripe, when it's ripe to happen. Oh, what's that? There's 2 more here. Harmony. That is the 10 of Cups. So we have 2 10 of Cups. We have 2 4 of Wands. So this is ultimate wish fulfillment, or ultimate emotional happiness. In the traditional tarot, you see a rainbow with 10 cups floating in the sky and a family underneath, and they have their arms wide open. It's like the ultimate, I don't know, you're just blessed by love card. We have harmony, and then we have letting go. Now, letting go and ripeness are very similar. Look at how that drop of water is just falling so naturally off of that lily leaf. There's nothing to do but let go. That the apple will let go of the tree when it's perfectly ripe. So there is something about timing here that's really critical, really important. And then again, we have harmony. This is harmony between the third eye and the heart chakra. So listening to your inner wisdom, your inner knowing, and connecting your heart. Like, there's something about getting into your emotions and listening deeply in order to navigate this crossroads, in order to make this decision. God, it's a beautiful reading though, Taurus. If you liked this reading, please hit the like button so that it can circulate amongst others. You can follow me on Lunasync follow me on Instagram at Lunasync. And I'm wishing you the best in October. This looks just really, really, really juicy, and really kind of deep and spiritual and emotional, and just like, ooh, yum. So I'm wishing you the best. Enjoy.